let's discuss. This is a new segment I want to try out, just kind of a short video that the goal is to foster some discussion in the comments, which I would love to be a part of. But these are things that I want your opinion about because they are things that are kind of questions or ideas or concepts in the vinyl community that are worthy of discussion. So today's discussion topic is actually fostered from a post in my group from a few weeks ago. I have a Facebook group about Too Many Records. If you're not a member, highly recommend joining. Link is down below. But Jimmy, also known as the Album Leaf, is a friend of mine. He played TMR Fest as the headliner and he is in the group and he chats a lot. Huge fan of his music, great dude. One night, he posted a meme, a very common meme that lots of people talk about that says, vinyls is not a word. Ultimately, that is a correct meme. A lot of times within this hobby, there are people that get up in arms about people using the term vinyls. Now, vinyls is not proper English. It doesn't make a lot of sense. To me, it's like saying, look at all the cactuses in the desert. Like, you just sound like you don't know how to talk properly. That is one side of the coin. The other side of the coin is something totally different that I think is worthy of discussion. It's that language tends to evolve over time. And a large reason as to why the vinyl renaissance is happening is because of the younger crowd. They're getting into it and it's awesome, and it's helping the hobby kind of reach new heights. And we have them to thank for the continued fostering of these labels putting out records and records at an all-time high, etc., etc. Oftentimes, people very new to the hobby or young are saying vinyls. They're saying, look at the vinyls I just got. Check out my vinyls I just picked up. And yes, as people that have been stalwarts of the hobby, we're like, no, that's wrong. Don't say vinyls. That vinyls is not a term. But then again, who are we to tell people they can't use slang? Who are we to tell people that language can't evolve to make vinyls an acceptable term? There have been many times throughout history where language has been invented based on popular usage, and maybe it wasn't grammatically correct or didn't sound right to begin with, but it became regular vernacular. Is telling people vinyls is not a word pushing people out of the hobby, being elitist? Is it a way that we're trying to make it a superiority thing where we're like talking down to people and being like, you can't say that, that's not the proper term? I do think education is one thing where you're like, hey, by the way, normally they're called vinyl, that's the plural of vinyl. You could say vinyls, but that's not correct. And I think that for me, maybe that's the right thing to do. But on the other hand, there are people that are kind of arrogant about it. I've seen it in other Facebook groups. I've seen lots of stores actually have signs up that say the plural of vinyl is vinyl. And again, partially educational, but partially a little rude almost. And I see both sides of the argument in a weird way. Personally, I think I lean more towards the side of thinking that vinyl is the proper term and vinyl sounds weird. But again, is that just because that's what we're used to and that's what we know? In my group, something funny happened. A guy posted vinyls, 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 etc., etc. And someone said, okay, this is really funny. My Facebook is set to English and I'm seeing a C translation option. And when I click it, it translates the comment to vinyl, 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 which is actually kind of funny because it almost answers the argument right there. But we're not really talking necessarily explicitly about what is proper, but what is more culturally acceptable in this video. The debate got pretty heated in the Facebook post, which is why I felt the need to make this video. Someone else posted, you old people need to get over it. This is what young people are calling records. It doesn't hurt anything to let them have their own word. This is literally how language evolves. It sounds silly to us, but perfectly reasonable to them. I can't really argue with that. I mean, if you're excited about picking up a bunch of records and you say, check out these vinyls, and you post it online, and all of these boomers, myself included, come at you and they're like, it's vinyl, don't say vinyls. I feel like that's mean. And it you know, yes, I mentioned education, but I think it's something where people can get too aggressive with the idea of saying vinyls is wrong. And it's such a gray area for me, and I'm very curious what you guys think, because everyone I've talked to about this has a very strong opinion one way or the other. They're like, vinyl is the end-all be-all, or let them say whatever they want, because ultimately it's all about appreciating music. So what I would love for you to do is leave a comment on this video and share where you stand, what side of the line you're on, and if you're in the middle, share why, because I do think that it's something that we as the vinyl community should discuss, because it's a weird form of gatekeeping almost, to keep people from maximizing their enjoyment by holding them to a standard of saying something that is slightly different, that is more correct, you know, through language, but ultimately means the exact same thing. please leave a comment below, add to the discussion about, is vinyls an acceptable term? And if yes, why? And if not, why not? Hope you guys like this segment. I have other topics I have planned to talk about, so hopefully in the future, if this does well, we'll do some more of these. More videos coming soon. Take it easy.